Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another anime figure review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 1/8 scale Maria Naruse figure from the anime The Testament of Sister New Devil. Okay, so this is a pretty recent release, only coming out just last month, being September 2015. I pre-ordered this quite a few months ago as I really liked the look of it on army.com when I saw the pictures. So as I've already said, it's based off the anime The Testament of Sister New Devil, or its Japanese translation is Shinmai Maou no Kayakashu. Probably pronounced that a little bit wrong, but from now on I'm going to be using the term The Testament of Sister New Devil. So this is the second figure to be released from that anime series. The first one was Maou. I did a review of that a couple of months back actually. I'll do a little comparison of the two when we get further in on the review. But let's go straight on with the actual box itself first before we get her out for a closer look. Now, very similar to the Maou packaging design from the previous figure. Instead, obviously, it's more purple as opposed to Maou's red. And I really like how they've displayed it in this box here. I mean, if you was to see this in a shop, that is pretty eye-catching looking at it like that. And I noticed, as they did with the Maou one, Vertex have specifically not put any plastic protection over the figure's face, so you can get a good look of the detail of the face. And from looking at it from in here, it looks very impressive. As I mentioned in my Maou figure review, I was very impressed with the quality of Vertex. But anyway, yeah. So you've got illustration here of Maria, of the actual figure itself, which looks really nice. As I've already said, 1/8 scale painted figure. There is the sculptor at the bottom there. That is, must be some sort of initial name. Doesn't look like he's got his full name here. It's co_nen uniko M.I.C Corp. Okay, looking at this side, you've got another big illustration of the figure. And on the back we have specifically a back shot of the figure, and you've got a keypad banner here over a bit of the etchiness of the figure, which is pretty apparent to how much censoring is actually in the anime itself. Although I think season 1 is fully Season 1's fully been released uncensored now, but you got season 2 airing now. I think it's currently up to its second episode, and the censoring is very heavy in it. But anyway, yeah. Here is the authentication sticker here on the bottom right, so make sure you're not picking up a bootleg. So if you are going out for this figure, make sure it's got that sticker there. And on this side you've got an even bigger illustration of the figure itself. So that's the box done. Let's get Maria out for a closer look. Okay, and here is Maria out of the box. First impressions, I think Vertex have done a very good job capturing the look and detail of Maria. From a first glance, just looking at her like this, I can't really find any faults with her appearance. Let me just go down a bit. Do a quick turn of her before we'll zoom in for a closer look at some of her detail. There's essentially no assembly required for this figure. All you have to do is slot her in the base. Now there's 3 slots that come out of the base which you put into her feet. So you can just see that on the base. Everything else on the figure is already pre-attached. You don't have to add anything or take anything away, which means that this figure is not a cast-off, which might disappoint a few of you, as the Maou one was a cast-off. But anyway, let's move in for a close look at the details, starting at the top with Maria's head. So as you can see, she looks really nice there. She's got sort of like a puzzled or complex look to her. She's got a bit of blush on her cheeks as well. But going to the top of her head, you can obviously see you've got her ears bit here. You've got the purple indents triangles there, which looks really nice, especially if it's something that's so smallly detailed. Yeah, I think she's got a very nice face. The hair's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't look like they've got too many levels of shading in the grey there. It kind of looks like it's mostly all one colour, with a little bit of brightness to a little bit. For instance, these bigger strands look a little bit brighter. Might just be picking it up a bit in the camera. But it's a little bit harder to have more shadings, I'd say, on a greyer hair, because if you put too many shadings it will end up starting to go a bit black. You can see she's got a bit of shading here on her fringe though. Now, her hands, you might sort of think that she looks like she's supposed to be holding something, which at first you might think that, but I think it's just sort of, she looks like she's just doing a stretch. She might even be yawning, holding her arms up behind her head there and sort of pushing her chest out while she's stretching. So going down to her chest, you've of course got the lock over her op eye there. The skin tone looks very nice. You've definitely got multiple layers on there of shadings, which I really do much like. You've got these cool little details here going up her leg, as you can see. You've got the shadings of the purple there. Coming around to here, try to get it, her hair's kind of covering it quite a lot there. You get a bit of a look at her butt there, and the towel. So as I already said, the towel is already pre-attached to the figure, that's not going to come off. All films, it does all kind of feel very firmly attached on there. I mean, I've had figures in the past before where I've opened them and bits have fallen off because they're just not glued properly. But with this, I'm very impressed. It doesn't feel like, even if you was to shake it violently, which I know you're probably not going to anyway, but nothing's going to fall off. You've got her stockings here, which look very nice. You've got attached with the belt bits here, which is kind of her entire outfit. It's a very interesting outfit. I mean, it's what outfit you could say it is. I mean, she's hardly wearing anything as it is. You've got a little bit of a design there on the pantsuit. Going down to her feet. With the socks that she's wearing, it is socks. She doesn't have any shoes on. That is completely socks. Because you can see they've put a little bit of detail in the feet there. You can just make out that you can see the toes there through the socks, which is a nice touch. The base, as with the Maou one, it's a checkered chess style looking board. With obviously it's purple, whereas the Maou one was red. Let's just go from bottom to the top so you can get a good look at her. So overall, I'd say she's a really nicely made figure from Vertex. I kind of feel like they could have done a little bit more with her, maybe give her a couple of accessories or maybe the cast-off option. But if you're a fan of the Testament of Sister New Devil, chances are if you're watching this video then you already are a fan, then I'll definitely say she's worth picking up if you can find her. Especially if you've already got the Maou figure, then that will definitely look great standing next to her. Now, comparing her to the Maou figure, she's definitely not got as much going for her compared to Maou, and I don't just mean character-wise and just because Maiu's got obviously a massive chest. Maiu's obviously got the cast-off options, and she's got the optional piece of uniform that you can hold in her hands. In fact, let's do that comparison right here. Here we have both Maou and Maria together. Now, scale-wise, I'd say they've got the height of both characters pretty accurate here, because obviously Maria is a much shorter character. But yeah, I'd say that looks pretty accurate in terms of height. But yeah, obviously, as I said, Maou, you get a lot more worth your money with her, because you've obviously got the cast-off options. I mean, as you can see, I've got her in essentially just her underwear here, but you can have her in her uniform, and obviously with the skirt and whatnot, and the piece of uniform she's holding in her fingers there, which goes around the neck part. You don't have to have that on there, you can remove that. And as I said, Maria's when I last looked online, she is the same price to pick up for as Maou. But of course, if you're more of a fan of Maou, then you'll probably want to pick up the sorry, if you're more of a fan of Maria, then you might want to pick up the Maria figure instead. But I think having them stand there, both there together, looks really cool, and that's if I've got the room, I'm going to have them together like that in my cabinet. So yeah. hopefully we get a Yuki figure, because I really like that character from the show, and I'd probably definitely pick her up if there is one released. Okay, and that's pretty much it for this review, guys. There's only a couple of bits I haven't covered yet, which I will do now. First of all is price. You can pick her up for around £40 at the moment, depending on what site you're looking at. Postage might be a little bit more depending on what country you're living in. So American dollars, you're probably talking about $60 or so for the figure itself. She's pretty easy to get hold of at the moment because she's a new release. I haven't seen any sold outs on any of the anime websites for this figure. Second of all, I have had a good look at the figure up close in all the details, and I haven't found any paint defects on it at all, which is very impressive on Vertex's behalf. So if you want a figure that looks good, I mean, I couldn't find any paint defects on it at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you liked it, then I'd also really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, then come and have a look around. I do have an anime figure review playlist, which I kind of do reviews for figures around 2, maybe 3 times a month, depending on whether it's new releases or just me getting around to reviewing them. Little thing I seem to be doing at the end of my videos is giving a little tease at what the next review is going to be. And the next review is going to be the brand new release SH Figuarts Golden Freezer, based off the film Resurrection F, and I can't wait to do a review for that. As you can see, I haven't actually even opened it yet, so that will be the next one, guys. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Take care of yourselves, and see you on the next video.